Jae'Sean, you guys got off to a pretty fast start. We hadn't seen you guys start a game like that since the Michigan State game. What went into that, and how refreshing was that to finally jumpstart a game?
I mean, I think that was our primary goal. Like I told you guys last game, we had a stretch where we continued to come out and not be the aggressive team, and that was just been our mindset. Coach caught it. We're going back hunting, so I think we did a great job of playing with aggressiveness, but I think we could be a little bit more. We can do better.
What can you say about what you guys did in the paint today? It seemed like during that stretch you guys dominated the paint. I'm assuming that was an emphasis since they don't have Davis, but what were you guys able to accomplish in the post tonight?
I think Kaleb was 100%. He's made 11 straight, so just getting him to his spots. I mean, he's really good down there, as you guys can see, and they, like you said, they were at a little disadvantage not having a traditional big to guard him, and we were just looking for him, and once we throw it in, he just did the rest of the work.
Jae'Sean, you touched on this a little bit, but Coach talked after the last game about not being physical enough and how you guys needed to be better at that. And then Archie just came in and said you guys were way more physical than them tonight. How much was that the emphasis coming in, and how do you feel you did dictating that tone?
I think we could be a little bit more physical. There was times, especially at the end of the game, where we just didn't make smart plays or get on the floor for loose balls or just have our energy level where it needs to be. But I think for the majority of the game, we did that, try to make them as uncomfortable as possible. They run a lot of flex screens, so timing is really important, and we put an emphasis on throwing off their timing.
Kaleb, like Jae'Sean said, that you made your last 11 shots. You're perfect tonight. What are you feeling when you get the ball in the paint now, and why have you been able to be as effective as you've been these last couple of games, and especially tonight?
I feel like my coaches and my teammates put me in the right spots. I feel like they put me in a spot where it's just what I work on every day as far as getting in the gym and finishing off glass and stuff like that.
Follow up on that, just knowing that they're at a disadvantage if they weren't able to paint and whatnot. Do you come into a game knowing you can have a big night, realizing that this could be a time where you could really step on them offensively?
You think about it and everything, but the most important thing is just trying to get your teammates involved and trying to get a team win.
And for either of you, obviously you guys went through that 4-8 stretch. They just came off the game Sunday. Did you guys feel, obviously freshmen, did you feel them start to wear down, but they had a little bit more rest?
I'm still tired. I don't know about Kaleb, but I mean, it's just that point of the season. I think across the board, everybody's not jumping as high as they did at the beginning of the year, but I mean, that's Big Ten basketball. We came here for that, and to go on your question of wearing them down, I think definitely just us being physical, like you said, and them not having as much depth on their bench really helped us.
Kaleb, before you went on this streak of making 11 straight, Coach had talked about wanting to see you finish a little stronger, and you kind of touched on it, but what had you been working on in practice to make sure that you're getting the right looks, but then also when you get the opportunity, finishing it?
It's mostly like after practice or like before games kind of stuff, just working on your touch around the rim before the real thing.
And had you, I guess before this, how did you feel about maybe your shot selection, some of the maybe turnaround hook shots you were taking earlier? I just don't, is that your game, or you want to get more up towards the rim and not so much falling away from the basket?
Oh no, I feel like what I'm doing now, I feel like it's working. So I feel like I'm gonna just work on that and just try to get the best shot for the team.
That was for both of you. Over those couple off days after coming off the bang loss against Penn State, what was kind of the message with you guys that led to maybe that fast start you got off to?
Just learning our lesson, and I think we did a great job of getting back on track tonight. Still got work to do, but that was just our biggest thing. You see it all the time where teams take one loss and it becomes another loss and another loss, and I think our mindset and approach, it really went back to what it was before the loss, before when we got on the stretch at the beginning. We had to remind ourselves to play with that chip and play with that energy and effort at the beginning of the games.
Jae'Sean, what's it do for the whole offense when you have a big guy finishing down low the way Kaleb is right now? Just how does that help the flow for everything?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to scout. It's hard to prepare for it because we have so many different pieces. We have shooters who they can't leave, and then we got cutters. You know, I'm pretty effective cutting when they have to trap him, and he's effective when they go one-on-one. So it's just a lot of preparation that teams have been having trouble with, and you know, he's been great.
Not to take anything away from your performance, but Micah had made some shots, gave you guys some big minutes. We talked a lot about bench scoring and whatnot,
Yep.
but another big guy able to take advantage. What did he give you today?
Oh, I mean, he was terrific on the rebounds. He was terrific on doing the little things. I think he did a great job of letting the game come to him tonight, and I mean, he was a big part of tonight's win. Looking at the stat sheet, you know, he had 7 boards, but out there when I'm playing it felt like the ones that he got were key. You know, they were key to us getting up.
Jae'Sean, Tate was only 5 of 13, but he still had a double-double. It was 5 assists and 4 blocks.
Yeah.
We've seen him ramp up with scoring, but even on nights when his shot's not going, it seems like he's doing a lot of other things. Just how have you seen him add to his game beyond the scoring?
I mean, the numbers don't lie, stats don't lie. I mean, he's so versatile. He affects the game in so many ways. Like you said, I didn't even realize, you know, until after the game. I looked at the stat sheet and I see 5 blocks, 5 assists. So I mean, he's just a great player. There's nothing else to say about it. I mean, he's just a great player.
Kind of to follow up on that, how does it make a difference when he's maybe more of a distributor than maybe an attacker offensively?
I don't know really how to really answer that. I mean, out there we're just looking for the team's best shot, and you know, ultimately, most of the time it's Kaleb. But I mean, I think that everybody on the team we're just looking for the team's best shot, and sometimes he scores 20, sometimes he is on triple-double watch. So.
Kaleb, you've talked a lot about just your teammates putting you in the right position, your coaches putting you in the right position, but to be contributing at this level on a team that's winning at the rate that you guys are, what does it feel like for you right now? What's it feel like to sit up there and you're on this run that you're on and that the team is on? What are the emotions of this for you?
It was great to win. You know, there's nothing better than winning games. You know, just keep putting good wins together. I feel like is what we're focused on.
Jae'Sean, is that an attitude that younger guys have had in this program the last couple of years?
Last couple of years. Shoot, it's hard. I mean, last year we started out with Big Ten. That wasn't last year. We started out 0-4.
It was last year.
I don't really like talking about the past, but I mean, these guys only have really had a taste of 1 loss in the Big Ten. I think we had 5 losses overall. So, you know, just having that sour taste in their mouth against Penn State, I think they've done a great job of, you know, answering the call, making sure that it doesn't happen again.
Jae'Sean, you hit some milestones tonight. I think 1,400 points, 700 rebounds. That's a lot of hard work, right?
Yeah, it just really shows how long I've been here. Honestly, people joke around and say I'm like on my 8th year, starting to feel like it. But I mean, you know, it's all great, but I mean, I just want to win. You know, none of those really mean anything if you're not winning games. And you know, I think that's just been my mindset all along. I'm a winner. I'm not really, you know, milestones are cool, but I really want to get a ring this year.
Couple more.
Guys, we're only about, I'd say, 4 weeks away from the Big Ten tournament, and you guys were picked to finish 12th in the conference. You guys are 2nd in the conference, 17 in the country, only 1 loss behind Purdue. You guys play them next week. I mean, what do you guys, I mean, I know you guys aren't probably going to answer this, but has the conversation of a Big Ten regular season title entered the locker room conversation yet?
I mean, it's always.
Or has Chris just kind of been keeping you guys on the hush hush?
Oh, I mean, the opportunity, like you said, I mean, it's hard not to think about it, but like I've just said it all year, like just next game approach. We can't worry about, you know, 2 weeks down the road, but as long as we handle our business day by day, practice by practice, prepping for, you know, Illinois, that's our biggest mindset. And you know, at the at the end of the season, you know, we'll see what happens. As long as we go out there and compete for 40, play as hard as we can, then, you know, good things will happen. And I'm confident in that.
Last one for Bob.
Jae'Sean, you said, I think, when you came in, that coach told you you were going back hunting. What is the mindset that he wanted to change from what to what?
Just not feeling ourselves in the games. I feel like before the night, we really filled out the game, seeing how they're guarding, seeing their aggressiveness on the offensive end. And tonight, I think we set the tone. We got to get back to setting the tone at the tip and at halftime, coming out from half.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.